Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road. I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face and my picture perfect. Do I look fine?
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road. I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size whenever the.
Are you ready to be entertained? Let's get into another reaction. This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 2, Episode 15. Yes, I know, it's been a while. Yes, I know. I think I'm getting close to like, am I wrapping up some shows? Am I? Really? Are you on this? Which would then give me a little bit more time. I think you know what it is. This month, I don't know, are you guys tired of like, we're getting closer to like the holiday season, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting tired, wiped out. I have literally no energy, or maybe it's like the change of the weather going from like hot, cold, and if you live in New York, you already know like 1 minute it's like freezing cold, and the next minute it's super warm, and the planet's dying, clearly. But it also gets me so exhausted, and I'm just like so confused what's happening in like outside life. And then working, I just want to be able to do YouTube full time and then have like a side job, because YouTube is never guaranteed, right? So you definitely need another job, at least for me. So if I can get into acting, I'm doing my resume, guys. If I can get into like an acting job, and then I would be so happy if I was like doing acting and doing YouTube, so I can bring you guys content and bring you more of the Buffy and all the other shows that I do here on this platform. But sadly, I work for the federal government, and so that means I'm a slave. But I'm ready to get into this. Now you guys heard me complain a little bit. I'm just exhausted. I'm always tired, and once I'm done filming, I like don't want to edit. I'm just like one of those type of people. It's just this month I've been really out of it. But with that being said, I hope that I will gain back the energy and be able to do a lot more reactions, hopefully in December. I pray. Anyways, we have surpassed, I believe, where everybody says we're in the middle grounds of where Buffy starts turning up. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. So we're getting into episode 15. Let's jump right into it. You want to see this in a full reaction? I already know you do. The link is down below. Please hit the like button and share, comment on this video. The more you guys interact with this video, the more Buffy comes out. It's really just also, one, it helps the algorithm with this type of content, as well as I get the notification on this phone, and I'm like, oh I need to go do Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But thank you guys so much for being here and always showing your love for Buffy and showing your love here on this channel. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Buffy the Vampire Slayer and find out exactly what the show has got to give. Sunny side. Hey, Oz.
What you looking at?
This cheerleading trophy. It's like its eyes following you wherever you go.
So did you like the movie last night?
Today's movies are kind of like popcorn. You know, you forget about them as soon as they're done.
And I had a really fun time at the rest. I mean, the part with you.
My time was also of the good.
Mine too. I have my friend, so I will go to her.
I'll see you then. I would love to give me some of that Buffy and Willow action, if you know what I mean.
Hey.
Oops. Oh, thank you, Thigh Master. That little innocent schoolgirl thing is just an act, right? Yeah. I mean, she's got to be putting out. What's the point? What are you gonna do? Talk?
He said he was gonna wait until I was ready, but I'm ready.
I think it's nice if he's not just being an animal.
It is nice.
Have you dropped any hints?
I've dropped anvils.
He'll come around. I'll get an F in Willow.
But I want Oz to get an A. Well, you better hurry. I don't want to be the only girl in school without a real boyfriend. I shouldn't even be talking about... Do you want me to go away?
But I'd be doing a lot better if you and Xander and I could do that sharing our misery thing tonight.
What's his number? Oh yeah, 1-800 I'm dating a skanky hoe. Saying Xander and Cordelia? Ew, what does he see in her anyway?
What could she possibly see in him?
We didn't come here to talk about Willow. We came here to do things I could never tell my father about.
He's in a band, and we know what kind of element that attracts.
I've dated lots of guys in bands.
Thank you.
You're not babbling about poor, defenseless Willow. You are raving about the all-powerful Buffy. There is a beautiful, big full moon outside tonight. It doesn't get more romantic, so shut up!
Something bad's gonna happen.
Did you hear that?
What is it now? Willow sending out some sort of distress signal that only you can hear?
Okay, now I know I heard something.
How about I just drop you off?
That scared me.
6 feet tall, claws, a big old snout in the middle of his face, like a wolf. Oh, and then there was that little thing where it tried to bite us.
It was so awful.
I know.
So what's the word?
It seems there were a number of other attacks by a wild dog around town. This werewolf will be back at next month's full moon.
What about tonight's full moon? Tonight was the night before the full moon, traditionally known as the night before the full moon.
Werewolves only prowl during a full moon might be erroneous.
Or it could be a croc.
Submit, I am intrigued. Werewolves, it's one of the classics.
He needs to get a pet.
Sunnydale is becoming more dangerous all the time. It's some simple basics of self-defense. Each of you can learn how to protect yourself. If possible. Your attacker may have a benefit.
Would you look at that? He's all over her.
I think you splashed on just a little too much obsession for
You
dorks.
have the power.
Is he jealous of Oz?
Oh, last week, some huge dog jumped out of the bushes and bit me.
In there, man. My cousin Jordy just got his grown-up teeth in. It's not like to be tickled.
He's still my shorts. We're in the same group.
Actually, I think in our group, there are a few of us.
And I'm one of the few.
Don't forget, you're supposed to be a meek little girly girl like the rest of us. Okay, everyone listen up. I want to show you what to do should you be attacked from behind. To flip the assailant over to the ground.
Summers, you are turning me on.
Guys,
Well, there's
annoying.
absolutely no scientific explanation for a lunar effect on the human psyche. Full moon is said to bring out our darkest qualities.
And yet, ironically, led to the invention of the moon pie.
Moon pie. Merges for 3 full consecutive nights. The full moon and the 2 nights surrounding. Predatory and aggressive.
In other words, your typical male.
On behalf of my gender, hey.
The point is that our wolf man could also be a wolf woman, or anyone who was bitten by a werewolf. A human being who may be completely unaware of his or her condition.
But tonight we bring him back alive.
It's definitely that guy.
Brittany Podell was making out with Owens to deal, but he goes with Barrett Williams. If she ever found... No sign of the werewolf. How about you?
On a few windows, asking if anyone's seen anything yet.
Oh no.
Giles, no one's seen anything.
No, of course not, no. Yes.
Werewolves. What?
Hell?
Giles! Giles!
Name's Kane. I'm the one with the gun, which means I'm the one who gets to do the interviewing.
Oh, Lord!
Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Excuse me?
Oh, it's good to get the fruit while it's fresh. Hey, what a man and a girl doing lovers laying at night is nobody...
Okay, hey. We're hunting werewolves. It's funny if you don't believe in werewolves.
No, it's funny thinking about you two catching one. You're a girl.
I assure you she's quite capable.
Uh-huh.
What's going on in this episode? Really quickly, just so you guys know, the writer of this, I can't ever pronounce. I always say Josh Whedon, and it's not. It's Josh, something like that. Joss. You know, there was a lot of people who are the critics of him who do not like him at all. And I know that a lot of people, obviously Buffy's a good show, but this particular writing was so, from the last type of movies that I've seen him in, where it was like constant like sexualizing women. And I think it was Suicide Squad, no shade. And I know a lot of people, a lot of women especially, like had like such a negative outlook on him. And then a lot of things started coming out about him as a director. And people just like this episode, like nonstop of like sexualizing women and like putting down women and making women seem like they're lesser than. I'm sure there's like a moral of a story where it ties in with this werewolf. I don't think the werewolf's a woman. I think it was that guy we saw, but it's been nonstop of like this whole thing about women And those shades make me a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but let's continue. I digress.
Exactly how many of these animals have you taken out?
As of today?
Or a tooth from the mouth of every werewolf that I killed?
You hunt werewolves for sport?
No, I'm in it purely for the money.
Doesn't bother you that a werewolf is a person 28 days out of the month?
That's why I only hunt them the other 3. But I'm on a tight schedule. Any idea where else the boys and girls like to get together around here? They're suckers for that whole sexual heat thing. Sense it miles away. But you don't know squat? Gee, what a surprise.
He looks like Ted Bundy.
I think I know where to look. We just have to make it there before mine furrier.
Run!
Everything okay?
Yeah, I thought I heard something. I could have sworn that.
It's okay. You can get pretty scary out here all alone at night. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? Don't you go to school with Buffy? Come on, I'll get you home.
You're dead, girl.
I mean, with Xander, it's always Buffy did this, Willow said that. When I call him on it, he acts all confused, like I'm the one with the problem.
His do I smell something, Will?
He's there, then he's not there, and he wants it, but then he doesn't want it. He should at least realize that you have Oz.
I'm not sure I do.
What's his problem? Oh, that's right, he's a guy.
Yeah, I mean Xander. Guys.
The werewolf, it's in there. Coming through.
Damn, they just slam her in there? This lotion word all over the place.
I didn't let it do anything. I had the chain around its neck.
What were you gonna do? Take it for a walk?
I was going to lock it up.
This is what happens when a woman tries to do a man's job.
This girl risked her life trying to capture a beast that you haven't as yet been able to find.
Daddy's doing a great job carrying her bag of milk bones. You know, sis, if that thing out there harms anyone, it's going to be on your pretty little head. You can't hunt an elephant for its ivory. I deal with people for the ethical treatment of werewolves.
I'm okay. I'm just fine.
I'm guessing you didn't see anything either from that vantage point of having your eyes closed.
Connected to the animal mutilation which occurred 2 nights ago is that of Sunnydale High School student Teresa Klusmeyer.
There's nothing more we can do now. It's nearly sunrise. That werewolf won't be a werewolf much longer.
Oh, and it was actually Angel. Was gonna chase back to that boy? Oz!
Oh. Anne-Maureen. Hey, it's me. Actually, it's healing okay. That's pretty much the reason I called. Is Jordy a werewolf? Uh-huh. Well, no reason. Thanks. Love to Uncle Ken.
So they just say, oh yeah, he's a werewolf. That's why y'all like him.
I can't believe I let that thing get away. Kane was right. I should have killed him when I had the chance.
The werewolf. It was out last night.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, but I got someone. Teresa.
God, as in...
Oh, he's gonna think he did it.
Sorry. Another night?
Oh yeah. Believe me, I'm gonna give that wolfie something to howl about.
While we hang here doing nothing, there's a human werewolf walking around out there, probably making fun of us. I'm practically an expert on the subject.
On account of once you were a hyena?
I won't have to look at your pasty face again. Taken over by those uncontrollable urges.
You said you didn't remember anything about that.
Look, the point is I haven't finished this thing. I can get inside of its head. Sniffing, I'm snarling. I'm a slobbering predator. It's right in front of us. It's obvious who I am. I'm Larry. You got the dog bite. You got the aggression, not to mention the excessive back hair.
Still, that doesn't necessarily mean that...
I'm gonna go talk to him. Gonna force a confession out of him.
Check the student files. See if anybody else fits the profile. Buffy, have an alternative?
Yeah.
Me and the werewolf alone in a cage for 3 minutes. That's all I asked.
By the way, young Oz, or whatever this actor's name is, him when he was younger like this, he was very attractive. He has the beautiful hair and the beautiful eyes. He was very, very attractive. I forgot what else he did as he gotten older. I think he's a comedy. I think he's a comedy. I think he's a comic, I believe. I could be wrong though.
You kind of knew Teresa.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying not to think about it.
But we can do stuff to help. Sometimes it feels good to help. You could help me.
I can't. I'm busy.
Oh.
Nice run, Oz.
Harris, geez. Next time wear a belt.
Thing you're hiding.
I could hide my fist in your face. You know, Harris, that nosy little nose of yours is going to get you into trouble someday.
Hurting me isn't gonna make this go away. People are still gonna find out.
What do you want? Hush money? Is that what you're after?
I don't want anything. I just want to help. I know what you're going through because I've been there. That's why I know you should talk about it.
You got a reputation here.
Larry, please, before someone else gets hurt.
Look, if this gets out, it's over for me. How are people going to look at me after they find out I'm gay? I said it. And it felt okay.
Okay, we should change this episode and just call it The Shocker. Because, honey, I have been shocked.
You, of all people, you bring it out of me.
It probably would have slipped out even if I wasn't here.
Made it easier for me to admit it.
The same thing.
It's ironic. All those times I beat the crap out of you, it must have been because I recognized something in you that I didn't want to believe about myself. Your secret's safe with me.
Good job, Larry. Welcome to the family.
There is one name that keeps getting spit out. Aggressive behavior, a screen full of violent incidents.
Okay, most of those were not my fault.
Good idea to count to 10 when you're angry.
1, 2.
I wanted to be someplace that was away from me. So hot and cold, or lukewarm and cold.
I think it goes something like, they grow body hair, they lose all ability to tell you what they really want. Maybe you need to do something daring. Maybe you need to make the first move.
That won't make me a slut.
I think your reputation will remain intact.
I'll see you guys later. Cordelia asked me to look over her history homework before class.
Wow, those two gals are hanging out a lot together.
So how'd it go with Larry?
He's not the werewolf. Can't we just leave it at that? Must you continue to push and push?
But there goes our lead suspect, which then puts us right back square boned to Teresa. She could have used my defending before she was ripped apart by that
werewolf.
Nowhere in any of the reports did it say anything about her being mauled. Vampire.
So that's good, right?
Not protecting Teresa from a werewolf, I was able to not protect her from something just as bad. She had a lot of friends.
Not that many.
You can't blame yourself. Teresa's a vampire.
Teresa!
Angel senses love.
I guess we're having a closed casket.
Are you okay?
No, not right now.
Isn't her gonna keep coming after me?
Don't let him get to you. He's not the same guy you knew.
Xander's on.
Oh no, my life's not too complicated.
This whole thing worked out, and I had it written down, but then it didn't make any sense when I was reading it. You put the tag back in my shirt, but I guess none of that means anything.
We'll talk about this tomorrow.
No! Damn it! We'll talk about this now. Saying this, I'm starting to think that the written version sounded pretty good, but you know what I mean. Things happen. Don't you think I'm going through a lot?
Not like me.
Why do you have chains and stuff?
Get out of here!
Oz, what is it?
There you are.
What?
Sorry I'm late. I
had to do some unscheduled slayage in the form of Teresa. Angel sent her to me, a little token of his affection.
Buffy, I'm so sorry.
Not now, Giles. What's Oz?
The werewolf. He said he was going through all these changes, then he went through all these changes.
Don't worry, Willow, we're not gonna hurt him.
I put enough phenobarbital in this thing to sink a small elephant.
Good doggy. Now play dead.
Damn it!
Good job, Willow!
You saved us.
Well, this town's overrun with monsters. No one here's man enough to kill them.
How about you let the door hit you in this on the way out of town?
Is he gonna be okay?
He'll be a little sore in the morning, but he'll be ours.
All I know is I'll never be able to look at him the same again.
He's still a human being. Most of the time.
Here, let me get those. Look, about what you did. Look, I owe you.
It's really nothing we should be talking about. Ever.
I know. Thanks.
Not okay for one guy to like another guy just because he happened to be in the locker room with him when absolutely nothing happened?
All I meant was that he didn't try to look up my skirt.
Oh, yeah, that's the weirdness.
Certainly gonna put a strain on Willow and Oz's relationship.
What relationship? Oz is always in the back burying their things, and that kind of breed can turn on its owner.
Kinda see Oz as the loyal type.
All I'm saying is she's not safe with them. If it were up to me...
Xander, it's not up to you.
Spoke to Giles. He said I'll be okay. I just have to lock myself up around the full moon.
Sorry about how all this ended up. With me shooting you and all. I kinda thought you would have told me.
I didn't know what to say. It may take a couple of days getting used to.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be best if I just sort of, well, you know, like stayed out of your way for a while.
I'm kind of okay with you being in my way.
You'd still...
Well, I like you. Yeah, okay, werewolf. That's not all the time. 3 days out of the month. I'm not much fun to be around either. I'd still, if you'd still.
I'd still. I'd very still.
Oh, only in Sunnydale. Well, boom! I loved this episode. I actually really did like this episode. But you guys know, if you guys have been on this channel for a while, you know there's a couple of things I love. I love vampires. I love werewolves. And there's another thing that I love, but I can't really remember what it is right now. But it's like something supernatural. But werewolves and vampires are top tier. Somebody type it ferociously down below. How do you not know? Well, how the hell are we supposed to know if you don't know? Honey, I don't know. There's a lot of I don't know around here. Anyways, I would rate this episode an 8. You know what? It was very shocking, a lot of the what was going on. I actually thought that Larry Mowing and Harry or Carrie or whatever the three stooges are, Larry, he's one of them. I thought he was the werewolf. It ended up him not being the werewolf, and he's gay. I don't know what the biting and all that thing is and what he does at night. What does he do at night? I guess maybe he goes to gay clubs and he's a freak because he got bit. But it is what it is, or scratched, or whatever happened to his hand. The misdirect in it where I honestly truly believed it was him. And I was thinking as we were going on an episode before we found out that it was Oz, I was like, damn, they're not even trying to hide it that Larry's not the, that Larry's the werewolf. And then ended up not being Larry, it was Oz. And that's probably why everybody was saying how much they liked Oz. Not everybody, but people were mentioning it. Like, oh, Oz is here, Oz is here. And I thought it was really because of Willow and Oz's relationship that people were super excited about, just like Angel and Buffy. But I guess it dealt with maybe partial of that, but as well as Oz being a werewolf. And that's gonna be cool. I wonder if they could ever tame Oz and use him in going against the vampires, because you know werewolves and vampires are mortal enemies. And it seemed like it was like that in this episode. At first with the girl, when the whole thing with biting, I was like, is Angel trying to throw a misdirect and blame it on this werewolf? But he wasn't. He was just still trying to get back at Buffy. And that's exactly what he did. Kind of crazy that she knew when she turned to a vampire that it was all Angel. And she said that, she reiterated that. And damn, at that closed casket, Buffy was like, she had a lot of friends, and then it was like not even a full page. I was like, not really. She was basic. Now she's dust. Anyways, so we finally got Oz and Willow. They kissed. Congratulations, Willow. Congratulations, girl. And Oz looks super short compared to Willow. Oz looks like, the actor looks like he's about 5'4", 5'5", if you want to be nice. And Willow looks like she's about 5'7", but I could be wrong about that. Or maybe Oz is even short. Maybe he's 5'2". He's very short compared to her. But they still make a really cute couple. Xander, I'm trying to figure out what his deal is. I don't think that, well, he clearly still has some type of feelings for Buffy, but does he have feelings for Willow, or is he jealous because Willow's his friend? I feel like he has some type of feelings for Willow too. But then he has Cordelia. He finally has Cordelia, which seems like he was really all about. And you know, if he loses Cordelia, he'll probably be the same way about Cordelia that the way he is with Buffy and Willow. And you know, it is a fun fact that men, or I don't know about women, I'll talk about men because clearly that's what I am, contrary on popular belief. But I feel like that men, once they get what they, you know, that they're seeking out to get, or if they get in a relationship or they hook up with somebody that they really like found interesting, that emotion, that attraction, that appeal, it does dimmer. And I wonder if, and I'm not saying all men, so I'm not doing a blanket statement, but a lot of men. And even with me, like I'll find somebody super hot and I'm like, oh my God, they're so hot. And then I will want them a lot more if I can't get them. But once I get them, I'm like, oh, okay, hi. Yeah, I guess you can call me. Like, and I don't know why I'm like that. And I'm sure there's other people out there that are like that. So that goes with kind of how Xander's personality is. And in this episode, I also talked about J-O-S-S. I can't pronounce it. I think I have a tongue ring. It's hard to do all that. But I did say about him, his whole thing about sexualizing women. And then I was trying to figure out where we were going with this. But then I guess with Larry hiding himself really hard because he's gay, that's why he was acting the way he was acting towards women, which is horrible, by the way. And even when I was, you know, when I was not out the closet, I didn't do anything like Larry did. I never slapped any girl. I never did anything, but I always acted like I liked girls, obviously. I was trying to hide myself. So I did see that aspect, but I think that Josh, Mr. Weed, he, because he's not a gay man and he doesn't live that life, I guess his writing reflected a little bit more of the more extreme people who are coming out the closet, you know what I mean, or are trying to hide in, you know. I feel like I want to say, and this is actually a blanket statement, and I could be wrong, but a lot of men who are hidden or DL or still trying to find themselves, I don't really see them like slapping girls' butts and talking to girls the way they do. But I could be wrong. This is the year 2024 and things are absolutely insane right now. So, you know, possibilities are endless. Maybe they really do that. But regardless, then we had that guy who looked like, I kept saying, Ted Bundy. The way he was speaking, oh, you never let a girl, you know, do a man's job. Whatever. And believe it or not, back in the day when this was being filmed and aired, that was a sentiment. And it always was like the man was the breadwinner, the man takes care of the house, or not take care of the house, the man takes care of the whole entire family while the woman stays there and cooks and cleans and does that and take care of the kids. So that feeling, the way that was written for that character was how at one time people viewed men and women relationship and what they viewed it should be. So, I mean, I think I'm going a little in on this character, but that's just how I perceived it and how it came off to me. But regardless, I really did enjoy this episode. We need to get Giles a new car, like ASAP. I would still give this episode an 8. It was a lot of fun, and I really can't wait for us to continue on to the journey with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Please, y'all, check out all my other reactions while you're here. And until next time, I'm off this.
You gotta choose a side. You gotta do what's right.
Look, I ain't got no time to be hanging around. Nobody trying to figure out if they good or evil. I'm fighting the crime, saving your lives one at a time. I'm killing the rhymes. I do it for the people. I'm Peter Parker running through the 6 with a bag full of